But we do, to get us kicked off and to kind of get the momentum started, we have an email question that came in early. If we can have that pulled up, please. All right, we're going to get in just a second. I was in a car versus truck crash. I was struck on the driver's side and then rolled the car. I have injuries and my car is totaled. The other driver was cited for inattentive driving. What are my options? And that is Brett. Mr. Connors, what do you think about the options with respect to that particular scenario?
Well, as you know, and we deal with our clients all the time, there's two different parts of this.
Yes.
Number one is the vehicle's totaled. You need to get your vehicle replaced. And totaling out a vehicle is a couple of things. Number one, do you have a loan?
Right.
And then you're entitled to the fair market value of your vehicle, or in other words, what could you sell it for, basically in this area the day of the wreck. If you have a loan, basically you get the cash, you pay off the loan, you get the difference. You can go after the at-fault driver's insurance, assuming they have insurance,
right,
or sufficient insurance. If not, if you have collision coverage, you can just go through your insurance. They basically, you have to take into account your deductible. They do about the same thing. The other part is the injury part.
Before you go to that next part, one thing I think that I want to make sure when you're talking about the loans, especially if you have a brand new car, it's very important that you consider at least the option of what's called gap insurance. Because if you have a brand new car and it's fairly leveraged, i.e. little equity in it, as soon as you drive that car off the lot, it's not worth what you paid for it in a blue book kind of sense if you were to try to resell it. So if you're at that beginning stages of the loan where you do not have much equity, if you have what's called gap insurance, it will pay off the difference between what the value of the car is and what you owe. Because if you are in a personal injury or a motor vehicle accident, you obviously have a personal injury claim, but you also have a property damage claim. And that property damage claim is not what it costs you to go buy a new car. It's not what you owe on the car.
It's what you could sell it for.
It's what that car's worth. And for the reasons just stated, it may not be worth what you owe. And that gap insurance protects you for that difference. So just something to consider.
Big thing is if you don't have equity and the longer the loan is, especially if it's 6 months since you bought it, even if it's the day after, it is worth less than you paid for it. And sometimes there is the big gap. Your car might be worth $20,000 and you owe $23,000. And in that situation, the at-fault party is not responsible for your loan. They're responsible for the damage to the vehicle plus a rental. But the other part is the injury claim.
Right.
So if you are injured, obviously you can make a claim against the at-fault party. And there's 10 different insurances we work with. But generally, if the owner and the driver are the same, you go after their insurance. If the owner and driver are different, you have potentially 2 different insurances. If the person is on the job and causes a wreck, you potentially have that insurance, and then we'll talk about under or uninsured motorist coverage, underinsured motorist coverage. That kicks in when the at-fault party doesn't have sufficient insurance. So you have a ton of options, but number one is getting your vehicle taken care of. Number 2 is your body.
Correct.